Hello everybody, so today I wanted to talk to you about the Basmu and show my build for this. This is using the Dreadful Killshot Augment mod. This is a really fun weapon to use. Now when we get to the examples, I will probably show using a higher health Warfame like in Naros, just so we get the maximum impact from using the Dreadful Killshot mod. But anyway, let's get into the build. Alright, so getting into the build here, obviously we are using the Dreadful Killshot, which is increased damage and status chance by 20% for every 75 Warframe health. This is capped at 360%, so the higher the health on your Warframe, the more damage that this weapon is going to do. That's why when we do the example, I'm going to show it on a Naros. Obviously, if you have another high health Warframe, you can even just use this on a regular Warframe. I find this weapon to just be super fun. Then we've also got the unique trait that I want to talk about. We've got fully depleting the magazine causes 3 radial pulses, staggering enemies and healing the user for 100 health per enemy. Alternate fire shoots 2 9mm beams that chain between enemies. Now in the arcane slot, I am using Primary Merciless, which is on kill, gives extra damage for 4 seconds, stacks up to 12 times. I don't really have anything good that really needs to be in the Exilus slot, but I've got Stabilizer for negative recoil just to have something to show in the Exilus slot. I guess you could also do like projectile speed or something, I don't know. We've got critical delay for critical chance, gives them a negative fire rate. We're using serration for damage. We have vial acceleration for fire rate, a slight decrease to damage. We do have split chamber for multi-shot. Of course, the Dreadful Killshot. We have rifle aptitude for the status chance. We have malignant force for toxin and status chance, and then we've got magnetic capacity for magnetic and increased magazine capacity. So this is giving us magnetic, and this is giving us corrosive, with more of the favor leaning towards the corrosive. So we are gonna go look at the Galvanized mods real quick, just so I can show you what you would be using in the Galvanized mods. So in the Galvanized mod, since we are using status, we've actually got 2 we can use here. We can use Galvanized Aptitude, which is status chance, and then gives you a direct damage per status type affecting the target, stacks up to 2 times, so it gives you more damage. And then we can also use the Galvanized Chamber, which is multi-shot, and then until you get even more multi-shot. Essentially, when you're using the Galvanized multi-shot mods, you can get like 250 to like 300 multi-shot easily. And then I am going to show a little bit of this weapon in action, but real quick, we have to unequip the Sable Loaf, because Sable likes to kill the enemies before we can kill the enemies. So I'm just going to spawn in some enemies here. I've got 150 level. You know what, I think I'm going to do... Yeah, we'll do the Corpus Battle group. So we've got some 150 level enemies up here. And now this is a real fun weapon. As you can see, this is just totally wrecking these guys here. We've got some explosions going on. We do have to give this a moment. And this little returning graphic we're seeing, that is the health that we are getting back. Now in alternate fire, as you can see, we are chaining the damage. But in order to do that, you do have to hold down on alternate fire. But see, it does chain just the damage. I generally just do the first mode just because I find it to be the most fun. And as you can see, it's just absolutely devastating these guys here. And this is 150 level enemies, so anything lower than this, of course, is going to be a little bit easier to just blow up a little bit faster. But this is totally capable of getting all of those enemies. And who am I missing? There's somebody down. Oh, we got a Moa down here. But yeah, that is the Basmu in action. It is really fast. That's why the reload speed is good. Where did we have the reload speed? Just wanted to highlight that again here. We had the reload speed on the magnetic, I believe. Oh, magazine capacity. Oh, I guess we didn't have any extra reload speed. Well, if you wanted to, and you were using a different element besides magnetic and corrosive, You could look at like something that has reload speed in it, like maybe radiated reload for radiation and reload or something like that even, but I think it does fine enough just as it is, really. And then real quick, we are going to do a test on a Naros just to show you with the increased health. I realized that I was about to leave here to do the outro, and then I realized that I hadn't shown you on a Naros. So we're going to jump on a Naros real quick. I kind of forget about a Naros because I so rarely use a Naros. We're going to spawn some enemies back and we're going to get up here with a Naros. And as you can see, this is even a little bit faster just because we're getting even more damage because of a Naros here doing a Naros gangs. And we're just doing health, we're stunning the enemies. I really feel like it's almost about the same, honestly. It is a little bit higher numbers if you do look closely at it. But really, you can just kind of do anything. Oh, I guess that one didn't. There we go. You have to have a lot of enemies to chain, or it doesn't really chain anything. So that's with the Naros, but like I said, you can really use any enemy when you are using any Warframe. I cannot speak today, gosh. You can use any Warframe when you're using this weapon, just because it's such a fun weapon. Alright, and that is it for this Basmu build guide. I hope the information in this video helped you, and as always, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.